A lot of news and rumors for you folks today, and we're breaking it all down. We're going to talk about TJ Hockenson trade. Lions, Vikings, who won? The compensation is now complete because the Vikings lost in the playoffs. NFL referees looking pretty bad for that Rams and Seattle game. We're going to get into that because a lot of people are upset. And finally, we're going to talk about Ben Johnson, head coaching job. Will it happen? Well, if you're a Lions fan who likes Ben Johnson, this may not be a fun video for you. But before we get into today's video, if you are a fan of striking the jackpot into a casino, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, feel like you struck gold. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get rich. Let's get into today's Lions rumors. First off, NFL officials looking pretty bad for that Rams and Seattle game. We were unhappy about it, and guess what? Many across the NFL reportedly unhappy with the officiating last weekend's game between Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams, which resulted in Seattle earning a playoff berth. The Seahawks pulled off a 19-16 overtime win, which catapulted Seattle into the playoffs with the help of the Detroit Lions' 20-16 victory over the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, multiple NFL executives and coaches felt calls favored Seattle in the game and ultimately cost Detroit a chance to make the playoffs. As a result, there's a desire within the NFL for the league to improve its process of screening, hiring, and training its officials. What they're trying to say, folks, like we already know, Lions get screwed every single time when it comes to officials. And it's funny. It always gets to improve after the fact. Well, I really do hope that the officials get squared away on this. I really do hope that the NFL gets these guys making better decisions because it's affecting the NFL, and I'm tired of it. You get tired of it year in and year out, officials screwing it up. Now, for the Lions making the postseason, it definitely sucks. At the end of the day, though, the Lions, if they would have won one more game, they would have been in it. But it still absolutely sucks. We'll see if it actually gets fixed going forward. Folks, who won the TJ Hockenson trade? Let me know in the comments section below. L for Lions, V for Vikings. Who do you think won that trade? Let's go ahead and look at what the Lions have to give up now since the game is over. The Lions, since the Vikings lost, the Vikings give them the second pick in this year, and the Lions get the third pick from the Vikings next year. TJ Hockenson, obviously, but then the Lions got to give up a 2023 fourth-round pick and a conditional 2024 fourth-round pick going forward next year. Well, who won this trade? Let's see really quick. Look at the Detroit Lions after the trade here. The Lions tight ends, nearly 400 yards with 51 targets on 40 receptions for 9 touchdowns. What happened with TJ Hockenson? Well, he got a little more yards, 519, 86 targets, 60 receptions with 3 touchdowns. Now, I think who won the trade? I think both teams won the trade. First off, Minnesota did get production out of TJ Hockenson. Absolutely no doubt about it. Helped them get to their winning record. But ultimately, they lost in the playoffs. And they could go ahead and re-sign. I think it's going to cost them, $10 million probably to re-sign TJ Hockenson or more. It's going to cost them some money. But they did get production. For the Detroit Lions, they got their production as well. They did. So it's not bad for them, and they get a second-round pick. And important for the Lions to fix that defense. That's what happened with them, and I think both teams ultimately won the trade. and which is a good thing because we seem to be winning trades and we seem to not be losing trades. We've seen multiple teams throughout the NFL's tenure where generally it's one team wins the trade and the other one loses. Initially, everybody in the legacy media said the Lions got destroyed in this trade. And I said, calm down, calm down, calm down. The Lions will be perfectly fine. We don't use the tight end as much, and we don't need a spectacular tight end. We got three guys in Shane Zylstra, Brock Wright, and James Mitchell to help us out. We didn't need one great guy. We didn't need it. And that's facts. It's absolutely facts. So, both teams won this trade, unlike media said they would. Folks, I'm trying to get to 32,000 subscribers. Really close right now. We are less than 70 away. So if you're one of those guys or gals that's not subscribed, let's get the goal to hit 32,000 by tomorrow. With your help, it can most definitely happen. It would be absolutely fantastic for this to occur. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As you know, I've been talking a lot about Rocket Money on my channel because I love saving money. I love money. And any way you can save money is a good thing. And folks, with this app, Rocket Money has saved me money because it reduced my subscriptions that I'm paying per month. We're talking about Netflix, Hulu. We're talking about Showtime, all of that. This app shows all your subscriptions in one place, then cancels for whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions that you were not paying for. Sometimes you can actually be double charged. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money does the rest for you. Get ready to use some subscriptions and go to Rocket Money now, rocketmoney.com/Lions Talk, and you can save hundreds a year. Support this channel by supporting the sponsor of this channel, Rocket Money. Again, rocketmoney.com/Lions Talk. Let's go ahead and talk about Ben Johnson potentially becoming a head coach. This is a big deal for our team because here we go. Here's the latest buzz. According to The Athletic, the buzz in league circles is that Tepper, who's enamored with Johnson, whose innovative schemes helped the Lions finish 5th in the NFL in scoring offense and total offense in his first season as offensive coordinator. Johnson's a sharp guy with degrees in USC in math and computer science, so you'd have to think he's going to nail his interview this week. That's sad for Detroit Lions. Look at the stats of what he did for Detroit this year. In rushing, 2,179 yards, 11th in the NFL. Passing, 4,438, 8th in the NFL. Total yards, the Detroit Lions were 4th with 6,460, and points was 453, 5th in the NFL. Hell, what he did with Jared Goff is just downright amazing. Again, his yards there, almost 4,500, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a QBR of 61.1. Generally, all these stats, too, folks, are top 10, top 5 across there. When it comes to Ben Johnson, he's really good at getting the best out of his players, putting offensive players in positions to succeed. Innovative with different type of play calls nearly every single game. If you're a Lions fan, you know this. You've seen what he did with scheming against defenses. It was consistent. The offense was always ahead of the defense. The offense had multiple plays that it would happen out of nowhere you wouldn't expect. Play action to our right tackle, Penei Sewell. The hook and ladder in the big game versus Green Bay. It was multiple times this was occurring because Ben Johnson is very good at scheming around. So if Ben Johnson goes to the Carolina Panthers, how will the Lions offense look? Who will be offensive coordinator? Will the Lions offense get better next year, or will it take a step back? So many questions with this. And it's not good news because I do love Ben Johnson. Will they hire within? I think that would be the best way to go for the Detroit Lions. If we lose Ben Johnson, hire within. Keep it generally the same because the offense is working, but no doubt about it. If you don't have him, the play calling may not be as successful. It may not. Maybe it's better. Be a big question marks heading into next year where the Lions should be competing for the NFC North. So it definitely feels like he's going to get a job. It definitely feels like when it comes to the Carolina Panthers, that's the best for him to be. But it absolutely is scary. It absolutely does suck. So we'll find out, folks, in the next couple days. With that said, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow me on social media, Twitter, LNU, Facebook, all of it for the latest news and rumors regarding our Detroit Lions.